Hi everyone, this is Jessica with Whispers of Grace. I am here to check in with everybody and see how y'all are doing. So, I'm not sure what this retrograde is all about. It has definitely been a very intense energy for myself. A lot of things going down just in the last, not even a week, but close to a week. And, I've been really trying my hardest to not focus so much on the drama in my life, but helping serve others with the chaos that is going on with them as well. And that's been my way of giving back and serving. So, Sunday was the night that I was responsible for feeding the homeless downtown. And if you followed me for some time, you probably heard me talk about it, but last November for my mother's birthday, I decided to do something to give back instead of just buying her a present. And we found out just how good it makes us feel to help serve those who are less fortunate than us. And so we actually became responsible for Fifth Sundays. And, it was one of those things like the groups keep getting bigger and bigger. So coming up with the finances, and if y'all have been following as well, you probably know that I'm going through a divorce. I'm currently living at my parents' house, trying to get my life in order. And it seems that, it's one of those phases where if you make a few strides forward, you get knocked back really hard. And it seems to be one of those weeks for me. And, doing things for other people and still feeling as if it's not enough, it kills me because we were only expecting 30 to 40 people on Sunday. And, at least that's what they told me. And I know that the crowds have been getting bigger. So I planned on 50. And thank goodness Nelson helped me out by donating because if it weren't for him donating what he did, I probably wouldn't have been able to do what I did, and it still wasn't enough. We had about 60, 70 people show up. We ran out of food again, and it's just seeing these people hungry and crying because they can't get out of the rain. Like, it's, I'm sorry, I'm so emotional today. um, it's heartbreaking. And to not know what my next steps are. I have a vision in mind, and I've been working really hard to move towards that and still serve in the meantime. And, it always puts it in perspective because my situation could be a lot worse. But then I got a call on Monday, which the people who called, like, this is my family, y'all. I have known these people for a very, very long time. I actually, they're they're in relation to my first love. And me and my first love were together for 5 years on and off, and I became really close with his mother, his sister, his brother. And I still keep in contact with them. Hi, Emerald. Thank you for joining. I hope you're doing well through this retrograde because I'm telling you, like, my energy is so heightened today, and I just feel like I need to get this out. So I hope y'all are standing strong because it will all unfold. I know it will. And, but I'm seeing so many people struggle just this week alone. And, my friends called me and she was having one of those moments. She's very ill. She's been disabled for, I can't even tell you how long, breathing issues, health issues galore. And she hasn't been able to work in probably close to a decade. But her mother-in-law just got diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic and liver cancer. And, these people have been here for me, like, out of everyone I've ever been in a relationship with, and no matter how close I thought I was to their family, these are the only people that knew my true character, knew that I was a good person, and chose to keep me in their life and support me for all of these years. And like I've said, me and my first love have been broken up for like 13 years. So that is a long time for them to stay in my life. And they're the only people that I've had this constant contact with. So when they struggle, I want to help. And they ended up, when my Nana, and again, there is no blood relationship, but they are my family. When my Nana got diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic and liver cancer, and just a few weeks ago, she just started chemo this week. And, my sister and my mother ended up having to move here to help take care of her. And they were about to lose everything. They didn't have the funds to, go get their stuff. So I was like, listen, I'll front you the money, no worries, just give it back whenever you can. And so, of course, it ended up being more than I thought. And, I'm don't have just money rolling in. I wish it was like that, but I run on my dry spouts too. And trying to do this and run another business, and both of them are kind of slow at this point. So if anyone needs a reading, I can have it to you in 24 to 48 hours. But yeah, I ended up spending almost $150 just to make sure that they didn't lose all their stuff. I mean, my niece, she just turned 6 earlier this year, and she would have lost all of her clothes, all of her toys. I mean, it was just heartbreaking, and I couldn't let my family go through that when they're already going through so much. So me and my sister, who is 26, had to go pack up their entire house within a few hours and find a storage unit just for them to put their stuff so they didn't lose everything. And then I wake up today to find out, and this has been an ongoing thing. Someone tried to dispute a reading that they had purchased. And I mean, I have emails with this person. I have proof that they've watched the video 3 times, and basically they were saying that services were not rendered and that the card that they used didn't authorize the transaction. So not only did I lose the $60 from that, but then they tried to charge me an extra $20 for it being basically dismissed and that it went in their favor. So that's another $80 down the drain. And it was just like, oh my goodness, what is happening? And I mean, I'm sitting here trying my damnedest to do the right thing for other people. And even if I don't have it, I have it, but I'm trying to save up for a house, because now my ex, even today, just happened to text me and say, when are you coming to get the dog? And when are you coming to get the rest of your stuff? So, it's like crunch time. I have basically, our divorce is final at the end of September, and I'm trying to save up every penny that I can in order to buy my house in the mountains so I can get away from this chaos and start this retreat center so I can have this safe place for all of my light worker family to come and be one with nature. And I just want all this stuff that is to serve other people. And I don't know, y'all. And I'm not going to sit here and feel sorry for myself, because I know that it's going to unfold in a beautiful way. I'm almost considering starting a GoFundMe account so I can have that. If y'all want to donate to, support this retreat center, just write a note in the PayPal note section. I'll make sure that it goes to the down payment for this loan. And I'm really hoping that my spirit guides, and because I know this is going to happen, y'all, like I've already, the the reading that I was talking about a few weeks ago that I got with Stephanie from Divine Soul Journey, like she saw it too. She knows that I'm meant to be there and to start this retreat center and this safe haven. And, you know, I don't want, I love what I'm doing with Whispers of Grace, but I want it to be, you know, more of a physical thing as well. I'm doing the YouTube so I can reach as many people as possible, but I also want that physical place that really invokes the healing process and to have that support from people who are of like minds. I've also been getting these messages about doing like spirit talks in the park and, you know, getting people to come to hear from their past loved ones and to gain that message of clarity that people are looking for. You know, I have all these things that Spirit's giving me. It's just the energy today is so intense. So please let me know how y'all are doing. I mean, are y'all feeling this too? You know, how are you holding up with the retrograde? I was hoping that with the energy that I was feeling a few weeks ago, especially when it came to some of my closest friends, you know, and even my friend that, you know, we had a disagreement. Her kids actually got in an accident, and one of her twins broke his femur. And so of course I was just like, it doesn't even matter, this is so petty. Like, I went over and I've been going over, this is my second week, I've been going over to give her son Reiki in order to help him through the healing process. So, you know, I feel like I'm doing whatever is necessary to help serve other people even through my process. But I don't know, y'all, I just feel like I've been shitted on today. So it's one of those things where I hope that I've been blocked from moving forward this week. James, what do you mean by that though? Like, did something specific happen from you moving like a physical location or just from you moving forward energetically? Because I kind of feel both in that sense. Yeah, so, and I completely understand that as well. You know, my friend that I told y'all I was, yeah, I'm getting that too. I feel like there's a lot of, you know, finding that perfect alignment, okay? And, you know, I actually got a message from Spirit the other day because I've been meeting so many people with, you know, trying to align myself with more light workers and spiritual people. And I'm not the only one. Me and Aaron aren't the only ones that are thinking about, you know, starting these places to promote that healing process. And I actually met two other people that were wanting to do the same thing. And I was asking Spirit, well, you know, why are there so many of us getting the same message? And what they're actually doing is they're aligning all the light workers and sacred geometry across the globe. So, you know, it all has a reason and it all has a purpose. It's down to divine timing and what those finer details are, which of course they can't give us. I wish it worked like that, but it doesn't. And as more time goes by, these details shift. So I know everything's gonna play out how it's supposed to. It's just, no, there is absolutely nothing fair about life. And I've been doing a lot of research on that as well. And, you know, this is our boot camp. We aren't here to necessarily live a, you know, beautiful, glorious life. And, you know, that's why people say money doesn't make you happy. And clearly, even with the people who are rich, a lot of them still aren't happy. They don't have what they need in order to progress in a spiritual way. And you know, it's one of those things, but what are you doing with your resources? How are you serving? And even if it does hurt, like, we are here strictly to experience for our higher power. And, the way that Sylvia Brown looks at it is we are here to serve God. We are here to experience for God. No matter what your belief is, I still believe in that higher power. And, it's what we're doing with our time here and what are we aligning ourselves with? Are we going through the processes and learning the lessons that we need to in order for our soul to progress to its fullest extent? And even if you feel like you're not doing enough or you're not getting enough work done, is your mission accomplished? I honestly feel that even if you don't feel that you're fully accomplished by the time that you are called home, that you still got a lot of freaking work done. And that's all that matters. As long as we are trying, as long as we are moving forward and we are doing what our soul is being called to do, I feel that we are doing the best that we can with the information that we have. And that is nothing to feel guilty about. But it's not supposed to be fair. It's not supposed to be easy because only the strongest souls are brought here to do this over and over again. And, honestly, I am to the point now that I don't even have to hope that my ex gets bad karma because the way that I look at it is karma is always paying attention, y'all. And I honestly believe that the people who are doing others wrong in order to be greedy or egoic or shady, whatever whatever the energy, the intention behind it is, I know that everything will have to be answered for. And I can't say anything because I know that I am not a perfect person by any means. I have hurt people's feelings. I have broken people's hearts. Well, I don't know. I guess some people would sit there and say that I broke their heart because I had to do what was right for me. Now, the only person that I can honestly think of that I have truly hurt, and I knew I hurt, but it was because I was trying to do the right thing in that situation, but I took full responsibility for it, is one person in my life, and especially on a dating scene. And so I can't sit there and say that I am perfect or that I am the perfect person for any one person, but I know that I can't hold on to that because it's not my burden to carry. In most of those situations, I did whatever I could in order to be a support for those people and to do what was right for me. And that's all I can do. But don't worry about the people who have done you wrong because they'll get theirs either way. That's all I'm saying. Yes, yeah, the intention is absolutely what counts. Yeah, and honestly, I feel the exact same way, Bohemian Reiki. I really feel that whenever these blockages come up, and that's why I was saying please don't feel like I'm feeling sorry for myself because I'm not. It's just like that energy's there and I feel like I need to get it out. But it's realigning me to something else. And it's that moment. And again, we're all human. We're going to feel these things. What is it that I'm supposed to be doing right now? I've been feeling this stagnant energy for quite some time, and I'm just not exactly sure what my next move is. Because every time that something comes up and I feel like I'm doing the right thing, then I get knocked down. And so, yeah, it's one of those things. And then with my ex messaging me today, like, so what's the deal? Like, I'm not moving fast enough and that kind of thing. Like, don't put that pressure on me, dude. I am trying everything that I can in order to make sure that I have a safe, secure place for my dog. And, I don't have 5 other people living with me that can just do whatever. And, it, it's stressful, but yeah. And I'm sure a lot of it's because he's got a new person that he doesn't think I know about. But I'm sure there's been some pressure from that, and it is what it is. Like, I don't even give a fuck anymore. But yeah, it is. I just don't, I'm not even going to let him think that he's getting to me, because he's not. And it's just one of those moments where it's like, I already had a shitty morning. Don't give me that crap. It's just because he has to, maneuver around that kind of responsibility, but he has 4 other kids living with him right now. So it is what it is. I'm not even gonna, it's not worth it. I'm just ready for this shit to be over. And yeah, yeah, I think we were like at the 8-month mark when, my oldest stepdaughter put on Snapchat that they were out on a family vacation with this girl. And, it hasn't even, like, really. But, I knew he was messing around. I mean, I couldn't prove it, but my grandfather kept popping in like, he's lying to you, right? My intuition, all my red flags were going off. I've seen it before. I've been cheated on by almost every person I've been with. So it's one of those things. Unfortunately, I'm kind of used to it now. But obviously that's one of my karmic things too, because I'm allowing these kind of people into my life and don't have that kind of I didn't have that kind of security in myself to choose the right people, because I didn't want to be lonely. Not anymore. I'm perfectly fine being by myself. I actually had someone bring it up when I was helping my sister move their stuff. And this guy was just like infatuated with me, but it was almost creepy. He kept like staring at me, and I'm like, why are you looking at me? Like, so you want to go out this weekend? Absolutely not. Why not? I keep to myself. Well, why? Because it's safer. You know what I'm saying? Hi, Colby. Nice to see you. But yeah, he was trying everything, and it's like, absolutely not. And then I had that same day, I lost the freaking U-Haul, ate my phone like several times, and we were at the gas station and trying to put some gas in it, and I couldn't find my phone. It was the only phone we had with any battery left. And I had to get someone to call it. Well, the guy ended up calling me after we found it and left, and he was like, yeah, I'll lose the number. Okay, great. Thank you. Like, appreciate it. He ended up calling back and was like, oh, yeah, you called me. I'm like, yeah, no, I didn't. And if my phone randomly did, I apologize. Didn't mean to. Oh, well, like I said, I'll lose your number unless you don't want me to. Yeah, no. Yeah, you can lose it. Thank you. Appreciate it. But it's like, what the hell, man? The amount of people that I turned down versus actually allowing into my life is the odds are so much greater. Yeah, your odds of getting turned down are way higher than you actually being accepted. Yeah, that's a good question. And I think it's more about their insecurity issues, Colby. With my most recent ex, I did realize at a certain point that he was just never satisfied with anything. I mean, we worked our asses off. We bought a house together, but he lied about me being on the deed for almost 2 years. I didn't even find that out until we went to separation. He had 3 kids that I helped take care of. I was working full time, then got so stressed out I tried to run my own business, and just trying to keep up with everything, and then him becoming emotionally distant. There was a lot, but I realized that he was never fully content with anything. If it was one thing, if it wasn't one thing, it was another. And I saw it coming, and I just didn't pay attention to it. Because I knew him for so long. So, and again, I mean, it's just one of those things. People have insecurity issues. They get bored. They they do what they do. So him moving on so quickly really didn't surprise me at all. And that is exactly why I'm going to stay single, and I am perfectly comfortable with where I'm at and who I am. And it's going to take someone extraordinary to change my mind to actually allow into my life like that. So it is what it is. And I feel bad for this girl too, because the picture that I saw, and y'all know I'm highly intuitive. So, of course, I was reading into her energy, and she looks like a sweet girl. She looks like a sweet girl. And I hate that, you know, she's going to have to go through what I did, because it's very painful. And especially with the baby mama issues, my God, like, I don't know, she might be backing off because the kids are getting older, but I can tell you, she keyed my car. She tried to turn the kids against me, you know, constantly starting shit. And he wouldn't do anything about it. So, yeah, it's a very unfortunate circumstance, and you know, she'll find out sooner or later. Yeah. Oh yeah, she was very, very controlling, jealous, whatever the case may be. I actually remember when she found out on our wedding day that we got married, because the kids started posting stuff on Facebook. She texted him while we were on our way to dinner, congratulations, can't wait to see this blow up in your face. And I was like, why would she say something like that? And now I know why. Because she knew that mask was going to come off sooner or later. But she wears her ugliness proud and loud. I mean, it's disturbing. And so it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. And you know, I wouldn't change anything, because I developed a very, very strong relationship with those kids, and I'm very thankful for the friendships and relationships that I made in that time. Even if we don't talk now, I learned a lot about myself. I went through my awakening process because of him, and definitely learned a lot of lessons. So yeah, I wouldn't take it back for a second, because it all led me up to this point right now. And I would have never started a YouTube channel. I would never be on here talking about my life if it weren't for the pain that I endured during that. So yeah, it is what it is. But I just wanted to get on here and, you know, kind of see how everyone's holding up. And again, you know, realigning with what it is. Just stay focused on what it is that y'all want to accomplish. Focus on the things that you want to feel, what you want to bring in. Don't focus on the shit going wrong. You know, and keep doing your thing. Like I'm telling y'all, that's the only way I've been able to get through this, is by helping other people. So I'm actually going to house sit for a couple friends. Like August is so busy. You know, yeah. If there's anything that I hope for most, I hope that all of us can find that divine love within ourselves to be able to attract someone that has done the same thing. I hope that there is that divine love that shines from within and radiates out in order to attract. I hope that people find healthy, meaningful relationships, not only in a romantic sense, but within your family and your friends, and have that divine connection to where we all are radiating at our highest frequency, because there's so much more than just relationships, y'all. And being in a toxic relationship will just keep holding you back. So it's not just love, it's real love. And real love can come in so many forms, in so many ways, even if it's just a pure second of saying a nice compliment to someone you see on the street, spreading that love, so that even if you don't know how dark their day has been, and you might have just added some sunshine into their cloudy day. Like, that is love. That is what we need to be spreading. And I just want y'all to know that everything's going to be okay. This Mercury retrograde is going to be over. And I know it's just started, but it's going to end. And that's all we can hope for, is that we bring up the lessons that need to be addressed, that we keep moving forward, we spread love in every single way that we can, and make sure that when this darkness sneaks up on us, we tell it to fuck off, because I'm not playing this shit. I am tired of feeling this way. And yes, and that is what we deserve. We are worthy of real, genuine love. We are worthy of having a healthy relationship where we can truly be our authentic selves. We are worthy of having healthy, abundant friendships and relationships and connections with like-minded souls. We are so, so worthy of this, y'all. And we need to protect our temple. We need to make sure that the people and the energy that we are allowing into our lives are of benefit, because if you keep allowing the negativity in, you're just going to keep holding yourself back. And it is your choice to, be that person in this area of darkness. There's so much darkness around us, and it is our job to step up to the plate and say, this is my light, you are not going to drown me. Okay, you might try to bury me, but I am a seed, and I am going to grow, and I am going to expand as far as my limbs can reach, as deep as my roots can go. I am going to do this. And I just need y'all to understand that even with this energy being so heightened and things being rough, it is going to be okay. I got off track earlier. My friend that I was curious about, you know, this past week, his grandfather has been popping in like incessantly. I mean, so, oh goodness, Colby. Yeah, I'm sure there is, because I have a lot of spirit around me anyway, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of spirit on this property as well. But yeah, my friend that his grandfather has been popping up and really, being incessant on speaking to him. Like, he really wants to talk to him, and he's super shy. So, I'm trying to be patient with him, but it was Wednesday and Saturday that his grandfather's just like in my ear and wouldn't leave me alone. And it's like, listen, if you need to talk to him, then you need to work to push him to contact me, because I don't want to push him away, right? And it was just, da, 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 da. I'm like, okay, fine. Hey, how are you doing? Didn't hear anything. He ended up texting me a few days later saying, you said that you had picked up on my grandfather, and I just wanted to let you know that my grandfather on my father's side, because that's what was coming up, was grandfather on the father's side, and I wasn't sure, if they had already passed over or not. And apparently he just got diagnosed with cancer as well. So, I feel like his family was trying to come through to give him a heads up on this and tell him, do not fear, because then, they're able to help us so much more when they're not limited by the physical body, and that everything's happening just as it should. So, that they're proud of him, and that they want him to keep moving forward with his plans and don't give up. So, it's very profound, and I feel spirit coming in really strongly lately. So I really want to start to use this more instead of just doing the tarot. But yeah, I feel like I got off on a rant, y'all. There's so much going on. So just know that everything's going to be okay. Just take a deep breath and understand that everything is happening just as it should. Pay attention to the thoughts and the things that are coming to mind. Follow that push, that pull. Just don't, every time that negative energy comes in, reshift it, okay? focus on what it is that you want to create, what it is you want to manifest. How are you serving? How are you being of service, not only to yourself, but to others? And just keep shifting it back to the positivity, and let's get through this retrograde, because it fucking sucks. It does. This is one of the most intense energies that I've ever felt. And, you know, I'm already ready for it to be over. So, you know, we're going to get through this, and we're going to get through this together. So, you know, and even here in South Carolina, it's been raining like almost every day. And I remember even in spring, I'm like, man, it's been a really wet spring. I wonder if we're going to have a, you know, a dry summer. No, it's been raining like every day for the last 2 weeks. So, you know, it's hard, especially for me being a Taurus. Like, all I want to do is be outside, and I can't. Yeah, it's one of those things. But see, in like the house that I'm in, because I think my brother has a lot of addiction issues and was living here for quite some time and staying in my room, and I feel like he had a lot of attachments, and there's a lot of stuff that my dad brings in, you know. It was one of those things where, like, no matter how much I clear this house, it's covered in spirit. And so being inside, being cooped up, actually makes me more restless. I have to be outside where my energy can expand, and being in a box does not do me any good whatsoever. I need sunshine, I need beach, I need mountain air, whatever it is, I need to be outside. And that is where I spend the majority of my time. Even if I'm at home, I'm outside. And y'all see what the backyard looks like. I mean, you wouldn't even know I'm in the middle of the city. So, yeah, it is. It's so good for the soul to be outside. Oh, do not tempt me. I have always wanted to go to Puerto Rico. My ex and his family were actually from Puerto Rico, and we had always talked about going there, but never did. And there was a lot of things we talked about, but never did. And, you know, there's a lot of places I want to visit. There's a lot of things that I want to do with my life, and I think that's another one of my blockages. Me and Aaron have had this conversation as well. Why do I feel like I'm not deserving of money? And I was like, I've never thought that I wasn't deserving of money. So, you know, why do I have such a hard time, even when I'm working my ass off, that I don't make enough to survive on my own? And then I realized that my whole family has struggled our entire lives. So it's like always having that in the back of your mind, just make enough to survive. And but the problem is I've always had to, well, not had to, I was always either helping someone and they were helping me, or whatever the case may be. But I've never had to solely focus on myself and really focus on my life and taking care of, you know, my own individual life. I've always been helping. I mean, I've been helping raise other people's kids since I was 18. So yeah, Colby, I'm just keep spreading the word, y'all, because if it weren't for y'all, I would not be able to do this. And I'm so appreciative of having the support and my repeat clients and, you know, my avid viewers. Y'all are amazing, and I don't know what I'd do without y'all. Like, y'all really are a, you know, extension of my family, and I hope y'all understand that. Like, the comments, the messages that y'all give me, and the confirmation of the messages that y'all receive, and constantly looking out for the next video and what we offer to each other. It is absolutely beautiful, a beautiful energy exchange. And I just want y'all to know from the bottom of my heart, like, I truly appreciate every single one of you. And, you know, if there's anything that y'all do want to see, or, you know, if there's any specials you might want to see, just let me know and I will try to make it work. Let me know what you like, what you don't like. Just don't be a dick about it. That's all I ask. Because there are some people that are just crazy with it. And, I'm totally okay. If it doesn't resonate with you, then it wasn't meant for you. Thank you so much, y'all. I'm telling y'all, you are absolutely amazing. And this is why I like getting on here and just talking with y'all because I really appreciate every single one. And yes, well, 111 and we have exactly 11 viewers in here right now. It is. 11 is such a strong number. And with my married name, I actually vibrate an 11. And that's why I can't even be mad because it took me to the next level in my spiritual growth by marrying this man. So yeah, I mean there are so many things within it. I actually found out when I started working on numerology that my brother vibrates at an 11 and a 33, which they won't even break down what a 33 is because it's so rare. And it's one of the hardest lives for a soul to live because there's just so much, and the soul is so old that coming back here is really a shock to the system. So it makes me understand a little bit more why he has the issues that he has. Yeah, 1111 is, yeah, it is. It's beautiful. All the 11s that I'm seeing right now and that y'all are telling me about just is giving a really good confirmation that we are all on track and that there are good things coming. 11 is a master number and it also signifies wishes, financial freedom, manifestation of goals and stuff like that. So, it is beautiful, Adele. It really, I'm still kind of tapping into it. Hi, Vicky. Thank you. But yeah, 11 is such a strong, strong number. It not only talks about, the strength in numbers, the having the ascended masters around, wishes coming true, goals being realized. And yeah, if you see 1111, it is just telling you that your spirit guides are with you. What you're thinking about at that given time is going to be multiplied quite a bit. So make sure that you're thinking positive thoughts. And it's almost like that wish number. They are listening to you. They are hearing your thoughts. They're hearing your prayers, and they want to support you in whatever it is that is on your mind when you see it. So just know that, if you're wandering around and you just happen to look, that's them directing your attention to it. So don't discount it for whatever reason. And honestly, if you see a number, it doesn't even matter. One time I saw 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like, what is the chance that I look up a sequence like that? Or, there's been times I've been in the car and songs will come on that remind me of something, or, I get that nostalgic feeling and I look it up and it's just letting me know that the person that I was thinking about, or usually it's about a past loved one or whatever. It's them dropping the memory in and saying that we're supporting you in this endeavor. So yeah, I personally love Joanne's Sacred Scribes. If you ever catch a number, and it doesn't matter, I mean, I've seen them all over the place, but look up Joanne Sacred Scribes. I mean, she, bottom line, best one out there. I truly believe that. I love her messages. Now, the butterflies, I absolutely agree. I've been seeing butterflies and dragonflies the last 2 days, hardcore. I saw a dragonfly with a wingspan like this. It was insane. Butterflies too, like, yeah, I mean, it's insane. So I know that it's just another transformation period. What are you going to do? But I just want to know that you are being fully supported. You are not alone in this crazy energy. And really take care of yourselves at this point. Don't sign any contracts that are of major importance. Don't buy any electrical stuff right now. And, don't buy any CD players, TVs, anything like that. Just wait till retrograde is over. And, just keep doing what you do. I want you to know that you are fully supported. You have my support, and I appreciate every single one of you for being a part of my family. I love y'all so much, and I'm going to, let's see, what time is it? Yeah, I'm going to try and get a couple of these readings out since I'm going to my friend's house this weekend to dog sit. I'm going to really knock out some stuff this week and this weekend. So, with that being said, I love y'all so much, and keep your head up. If you need anything, just email me, and I got you. So, I love y'all. I'll talk to you soon. Rant over.